guys, Ash Race Legends, welcome to the video. Glad to have you all here with me today, sending some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them out there today. Hey guys, today is going to be a great video. I'm super glad that you're here because we're going to talk about 3 of my favorite epic champions in the game. These are 3 champions that you can invest with confidence. They're going to help you everywhere in the game. They really do have legendary-like, or at least the closest things to legendary and beyond that you can get from an epic in terms of support. There's actually probably 4 of these champions, but I included, or I'm going to include here, not in the thumbnail, but at least in the video, Mausoleum Mage.
Okay, I'll come back later.
Yeah, you know, you're not gonna come back for a while.
He's probably arguably the best of the 4, but I've talked about Mausoleum Mage for years and years and years, and I've done a number of videos on him, but I will include him in today's video as well. But there's 3 other epics like Mausoleum Mage. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's go over the lineup. Weighing in at 280 pounds, he's 3'8". It's Runekeeper Dazdurk. I love this little hooded dwarf.
Chief Littlefoot. Oh.
He's void affinity. He has great base stats. All of these champions have great base stats. 20k HP, 1255, 105 speed. On his A1, he's got a leech, which is very good for Chimera. A lot about Chimera coming up. On the A2, he's got an increased attack and a juicy 25% turn meter fill. On his A3, he's got a cleanse and a heal. 25% of his max HP, which scales incredibly well. As if that wasn't enough, we get a continuous heal for 2 turns on allies who have a debuff removed. He also brings attack in all battles by 25%. He can be a great arena lead champion. Go in there, provide the increased attack, the turn meter fill. He can be great in PvE with the leech against any sort of a boss out there. And then that cleanse and that really, really nice heal is incredible. And at 5'9", the lady in red, we don't guess the lady's weight, do we here on the channel? It's Sanguinia. Sanguinia, the red lady. Ooh, I love this champion. So incredibly underrated inside the game.
How dare you! And
her stats really mirror Runekeeper Dazdurk's. Same speed at 105, HP almost the same at over 20k. She is blue magic affinity. On her A1, it's a triple hitter, great for Fire Knight as well. One of the greatest epic Fire Knight support champions in the game because of that triple hitter. Each hit also has a 30% chance when booked of decreasing the duration of 2 random buffs on the target by 1 turn. That is really, really useful. Chimera, but basically any boss or anybody who has buffs, because each hit has that 30% chance. That's 3 hits, so not too bad, right? Holy Blood on the A2 is a block debuff for 1 turn and a continuous heal for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. Getting that block debuffs on a 3-turn cooldown, albeit for 1 turn, is very, very rare for an epic champion to bring to the table. On the A3, she's attacking an enemy, she's transferring all debuffs from her to the target, and then she's cleansing all allies. Oof, that's a nasty ability again on a 4-turn cooldown when booked out. The bad news is a lot of books on her. There is accuracy in Doom Tower battles on the aura. Next up, weighing in at 140 pounds, he's all skeleton. Maybe 90 pounds? He's all skeleton. He's 6 feet. It's Mausoleum Mage. He is force affinity, as I said earlier. His base stats are not as good as the others. Just shy of 20k, 104 on the speed. Still not too bad. He has a decreased speed on his A1. Very, very nice to have at a 50% land rate, 55 with the sniper mastery. He's got an increased crit rate, increased defense, and a block debuff for 1 turn on a 3-turn cooldown. This is a very, very good ability again for Chimera because increased crit rate is a buff that we're going to need for Chimera. By the way, I'll show you a very, very handy chart for all of the trials for our Chimera that you guys are definitely going to want to screenshot after we finish this lineup. On the A3, we have a full cleanse on a 4-turn cooldown, then a heal, 10% of the champion's max HP. That heal gets further for another 10% for every debuff removed. And then we get turn meter fill by 15% or if 2 or more debuffs were removed from that ally. And then last, but certainly not least, weighing in at 300 big ones, it's Skathix, 5'11", in the red corner, the lizard man, the yellow corner. There he is. He's the fisherman. He's the lizard. It's Skathix. This dude is really, really good as well. 18k on the HP, 95 on the speed, a whole 10 speed, slower than Sanguinia, as well as Runekeeper Dazdurk, 9 speed slower than Mausoleum Mage, but he has a very unique kit compared to them. He does have a decreased speed at a 50% chance, just like Mausoleum Mage. What's so unique about that, Ash? Well, the rest of the kit Toolkit. He has an AoE, chance of stealing a random buff from every enemy. Very, very cool ability there on a 3-turn cooldown, no less. On his A3, Scale of the Ages is a full cleanse on a 4-turn cooldown, then block debuffs and a shield. For 2 turns, the shield 20% of this champion's max HP, that's all on a 4-turn cooldown. You do get the block debuffs for 2 turns, albeit on a 4-turn cooldown. On that passive, block damage on this champion for 1 turn whenever his HP drops below 30% on a 6-turn cooldown. He's bringing resistance in all battles by 40. So I built all of these champions a little bit unique, and they can actually use these builds on any of these champions, right? But I wanted to give you 4 or 3 kind of ideas on how you could build these champions. But before that, I've been teasing this big Chimera trials list for you guys. I want to give a big shout out to Sir Henrique, my thumbnail artist. He put this together for me.
Do you have any idea how much he must love you?
I'm going to get myself out of the way here so you guys can screenshot it. Share with your clans too, why not, right? These are all of the buffs and debuffs and skills that you need for the trials. There we go. Now I have everything on the screen that you need for the trials. Now, he also made this one, which is even better, honestly. It's a little bit smaller, but it's better. Here we go. This is every single buff and debuff that you need in combination for each of the forms and each of the rotations. So very, very useful to have. Make sure you go ahead again and screenshot that, save it with, or share it, excuse me, with your clans. That's going to make things a lot simpler rather than have to keep clicking and clicking over and over again and screenshotting from the actual battle. All in one screen, all in one spreadsheet for you guys. Thank you so much, Sir Henrique. All right, let's go ahead and pull up these champions here. Let's start with, I don't know, Runekeeper Dazdurk. Good old Runekeeper Dazdurk. I threw him in a shield set. You can run him in a bolster set, even better. Obviously, you get the heals, 10% every turn in addition to the shield, which is protected, which is very, very good, especially in areas like the arena. The reason I would run him in bolster or shield is specifically in the arena. If you wanted to use him, as I said, kind of like a Seeker. Seeker has that 30% turn meter fill on his A2 with the increased attack. Runekeeper Dazdurk has a 25% with the increased attack and a really nice A3. Granted, no extra turn, but you could use him in that way. But of course, shield and protection is going to help you out everywhere anyway. I want to keep in mind on his A3 ability, guys, it is a 25% of this champion's max HP. So whenever we see that, we want to make sure that we really prioritize HP way, way, way over defense. Honestly, I barely even looked at defense. I'm just looking at a lot of HP. We are able to get it up to 106k. So we have HP on the HP percentage, excuse me, on the gauntlets, HP percentage on the chest, and we have speed with more HP percentage on the boots. We have accuracy on the banner. We have HP and HP on the ring and on the protection amulet. So why we go accuracy on the banner? Again, don't sleep on that leech. 45% chance when booked is not bad at all. Keep in mind, if you have an ally attacker on the team, that's going to have a chance to proc every single time they go in with the ally attack as well. That leech is very, very useful. And again, it's one of those essential debuffs that we want to take into battle against Chimera in other areas of the game. We have Survival Instinct as a blessing on Runekeeper Dazdurk, and he's the only champion that I didn't do the masteries for because I actually built him just for this video. But good old hellhades.com has me covered, the best website in the biz. They give him a 4 out of 5, Runekeeper Dazdurk. I've always loved this guy. Look at his area rankings. Just really solid. Arena, almost everywhere. That's the beauty of all 4 of these champions. You can use them really everywhere to support your teams, right? So I will go ahead and show the masteries that they recommend on hellhades.com. Let's move myself right in the center here. Go ahead and take a look. This is for obviously general build for offense. That way you go down, pick up War Master as a tier 6 option. We do want to consider lasting gifts, not on Runekeeper Dazdurk, but on the other champions that bring a block debuffs on a 1 turn. We'd really love to get that up to a 2-turn cooldown. It's going to be important mastery, not for Runekeeper, but I don't know, for maybe a Sanguinia. The Red Lady Sanguinia, we have her in a 9-piece protection. Now, this is an endgame-ish build, but heck, even a 6-piece protection is great for a Chimera. 9-piece is going to get more damage out of your damage dealer, so you can work towards that, obviously, if you have the Sacred Order accessories to get her in the 9-piece protection. We have Commanding Presence on Sanguinia. What does she bring for an aura again? Doom Tower, I mean, you can obviously strengthen anybody's aura, it doesn't have to be hers, but Commanding Presence is probably not the best. But Survival Instinct is a big fan. I'm a big fan of it. Excuse me, it's a big fan of mine too. Yeah. Survival Instinct, huge fan of mine. I'm always just like, you know, just trying to sign autographs for him. Survival Instinct.
Can I have a selfie, please?
Triple hitter, we already talked about her kit. I'm all thrown off. We went for a little bit of resistance on her. It's never a bad idea, almost to make a point, never a bad idea to put resistance on your cleansers, right? Because if you want anybody to be resisting debuffs, you want it to be the people who are in charge, the champions who are in charge of cleansing the rest of the debuffs off of your team, right? So we went Unshakable there as a tier 6 option. As I mentioned before, very important that we get lasting gifts. Now, Sanguinia is actually a champion that when we look at her area rankings, thanks to hellhades.com, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with this snub of a 3. I give her a 4, damn it.
Who cares?
I give her a 4 like the other champions here. Again, I really love that transference as well, the debuffs on that A3, really nice addition to her kit. And I just really love that A2 and the triple hitter on that A1. I love triple hitters. The rest of the champions we're talking about have a single or a double hit on their A1 abilities. She actually has a 7.6 multiplier, which is notable on the A3 ability. That is absolutely insane. Granted, her base attack is a 760, but if you just wanted to have some fun, you could load her up with flat stats and see what you could do for damage there. But make no mistake about it, she's not a damage dealer. Area rankings, again, she's kind of a utility champion. You can use her basically anywhere, especially in Chimera. All right, so we have 9-piece protection, obviously. We do have HP. We wanted to, I went HP on the banner because that's all I had for protection in Bannerlords, right? However, I do want accuracy on Sanguinia. That's really important on the Sanguinia, just like Runekeeper Dazdurk. Decrease in duration of 2 random buffs on the target on the A1. We need accuracy for that. Transferring the debuffs. We need accuracy for that, so do not sleep on accuracy on your Sanguinia.
I've tried to be as fair and accurate as possible.
For that reason, I went with, the best accuracy protection amulet I had on my account. I went for HP on the just survivability, basically, on the ring. I went for speed, but you'll see accuracy and substats here. I made sure that I prioritized when I was looking through all of my artifacts on my account. I made sure that I picked pieces with accuracy on their substats as well. So that's Sanguinia. Let's go over Mausoleum Mage. I actually did not change anything about this build. I also have him in a 9-piece protection. We want accuracy on Mausoleum Mage as well because of his A1 ability. If you want that, if you need to land the decreased speed with the Mausoleum Mage, you might already have it on the team, in which case, you don't have to build him with accuracy. But again, 9-piece protection is especially good on Mausoleum Mage because he's one of the only epics in the game to bring 3 buffs on one 3-turn cooldown ability. It's really, really nasty. And one of them being increased crit rate. Again, if we go ahead and pull up that, actually I closed it so I can't pull it up, but increased crit rate can be hard to find. Mausoleum Mage has it in the cleanse. You have him in protection. You have all those protected buffs that can't be removed. Oh, really, really, really good champion here. Here's the masteries, kind of a basic PvE build. Very good champion. He's known to be a seer activator because he has those 3 buffs from an epic champion. Another one is actually Archmage Helmet, right? He's another one out there. I said there was a couple. Archmage Helmet has increased speed, increased crit rate, increased crit damage, maybe? What does he have? He's right in front of me.
Turn on your light and see for yourself.
He has a increased speed, crit rate, crit damage. Indeed, I was right. Okay, cool. So yeah, those champions are really good in protection right now, and good activating seer as well. Last but certainly not least, it is the little lizard. It is I'm like, what's his name again? Skathix, the fisherman, the 300-pound fisherman. I'm not being very flattering with that that guess on his weight, am I, guys?
Hey, does this suit make me look fat?
No. Your face does.
So we built him a little bit different. Perception, righteous. We definitely want accuracy on Skathix, right? We want him to go in there and steal all those buffs with that A3 ability. And on his A1, we want him to land that decreased speed as well. So most important, arguably, having accuracy on Skathix. However, I also decided to get a little bit of resist on him as well. Again, to kind of further make that point that I made earlier about having resist on our cleansers. Now, with 433 resist, we're certainly not going to have enough resist in the arena. Arena is a difficult thing in Raid Shadow Legends, because if you want to resist stuff in the arena with like a Python, I mean, as you get to gold 5 and beyond, you need like 800 plus resist. Otherwise, kind of don't bother in some situations. So this is not going to be enough resist in the arena. But again, I just kind of did it to make the point that we could go resist. For that reason, I went accuracy on the banner. I could have gone resist and bumped that up closer to 500. I went HP on the Supersonic Amulet. Supersonic is good for one piece because it brings 20 resist, right? Two piece is great too because we get the HP, which all of these champions can benefit from. The speed as well, right? On the three piece. Supersonic's pretty good. HP on the ring. We went speed on the boots, HP percentage on the chest, and HP percentage with more HP percentage on the righteous gauntlets there. Resist works as well. For masteries, again, pretty chalk here. We come down, we pick up a War Master for PvE content. Again, we went with Lasting Gifts. Lasting Gifts on Skathix to extend the duration of that block debuffs. Really important to do so. Again, on a 4-turn cooldown, getting that to a 3 turn is going to be really, really good if we can get it proccing. Also notable that we want to pick up Shield Bearer, increase the value of shields as champion cast by 5%. Shield is pretty good because HP is pretty good, right? Because the shield, again, on that A3, excuse me, is based on 20% of this champion's max HP. All right, so that's the build, guys. Let's go ahead and throw these champions together, throw a random damage dealer, just watch them all in action, then we'll enter into Chimera Clan Boss. Stay tuned. All right, guys, this is Ice Golem Hard 10. We're gonna run him with Artak and good old Stock the Broken. I love this dude. I'm going to say that every time I talk about this champion. So this team is kind of funny. You really don't you don't need all three of these champions together. However, you know, you could do a lot worse. You're not going to die, you know? No reviver on this squad, so we don't have to worry about that because how the heck are we going to die with, like, all these shields, in all these cleanses? Like, there's not going to be a debuff on us for that long. And if there's buffs on the opponent, we get good old Skathix to go in there and remove them, right? So this is hard 10 difficulty. And actually, who just smacked us down? Was that Sir Nick? I talked this big game like, we're not going to die. It's impossible. And then we got hit pretty damn hard. I'm not going to lie there. We don't have a Seer activation or anything like that, so I'm going to come back to you guys when we get to the Ice Golem. Let's see how this team does. All right, guys, here we go against the Ice Golem. Let's see what we can do here, right? Stock is an insane healer, too, because he's going in there and he's instantly activating continuous heals. So he'll actually get a lot of healing in there. He's also placing 2 continuous heals on all allies. So he's just a top tier healer in the game. And Artak is really doing most of the heavy lifting here alongside the activation of Stock on the damage on this team. Now, the one concern here is, can we kill those minions fast enough to evade this big swing that's going to ignore 100% of our defense on the team? Let's see. Hopefully we can. Take them down, team. Take them down. Stock, I'm looking at you, big fella. All right, so we go in there, get those poisons on. Artak. Artak works too. Ooh, be careful of that HP. Can we get those minions down, please? Okay. Ooh, get him down. Oh, jeez. All right, Runekeeper, get that War Master in there. Okay. Oh, get it. Oh, my word.
I'm having a heart attack.
Oh my, I'm so worried right now. We can't fail this run. I did not practice this in rehearsal. Oh my gosh, we couldn't get that kill. Runekeeper, get in there. Okay. Oh my gosh. We're still good. We're still, okay, finally we get him down. All right, so listen, if you have not invested in any of these champions, but you have any of these champions, including Mausoleum Mage, do it. When I look at epic supports, there's the revivers, right? I love Ursula, Godseeker, and Nerian Tagore. Those are my 3 favorite epic revivers in the game, although there's a lot of others too, but those are my 3 faves. But then when we talk about the best supports in the game for epics, out of every epic in the game, these are my 4 favorites by a big margin. Skathix, Runekeeper, Dazdurk, Sanguinia, and Mausoleum Mage. Invest with confidence. Maybe in 2 of them, maybe in 3 of them if you have them. They're certainly going to help you out in Centranos, in Doom Tower. You saw the versatility of these champions when we pulled them up on hellhades.com. Actually, did we pull up Mausoleum Mage? Where do they rank him? They rank him a 4 as well. So Runekeeper, they give a 4. Mausoleum Mage, they give a 4. Skathix, what do they give Sanguinia, they give a 3 out of 5. Let's check out Sanguinia. as the team takes care of Ice Golem Hard 10. This is a lot of support. This is one of those strategies. It's not going to win any speed races, certainly having all of them on your team, but you're going to keep your team alive. Skathix is who we need, Ash, not Sanguinia. We already know she's a 3. We already know. All right, Skathix, they give a... The anticipation's killing me here. 3.5. So Skathix and Sanguinia, the 2 less of the 4 occur according to the website there. But either way, let's take a look at these stats here. Provoke, we can sell that. Retaliation, we can sell that. Sanguinia, 1.3 million in the heals. Obviously, a lot of what these champions do is not going to show up on the stat sheet, obviously. But Skathix with 721,000 on the damage when that AoE on the A2, not too bad. And then Stock coming in, just like blowing everybody away. 3.4 million on the heals. That guy's insane. Guys, let's go to Chimera. I put this team together. I want to see if we can easily get the top reward, the top chest in Chimera Clan Boss on, let's go brutal difficulty. So, you know, a little bit towards the end game, but not the hardest in the game, right? So we're going to go brutal. This is the team that we have. We're going to give Runekeeper the shot here. Although... could really use that increased crit rate too. Let's just give Runekeeper the shot. I haven't talked about Carnage at all here on the channel. I'll probably do a video on him at some point, but I don't know. Are you guys close to getting Carnage, or let me know? I have Carnage on the team. I have an Arbiter, a Lydia, and good old Skeletor. I don't know. I just like playing Skeletor. He's kind of a crap champion, but he does have the decreased resistance. He does bring decreased attack and decreased speed and the increased accuracy. So like, he's one of these champions that's not good, but he's kind of like good for trials in Chimera. So, you know, he's kind of one of those champions. What do you think? What do any of you guys use Skeletor? I don't think I was like wrong on the champion, basically by saying that he's probably not worth most early game players or free to play players' books, but it is nice that he has some utility to bring to the table here.
Nothing's impossible.
So we get that juicy turn meter fill. I want to talk a little bit about why Runekeeper Dazdurk. Why did I decide to bring him on this team, especially since I already have an increased attack on Arbiter? And I've said this a few times, but it bears repeating. It all has to come down to this number right here, 1 out of 65. This battle, unlike any other battle in the game, Hydra Clan Boss is dictated by the total turn count. We can go all the way with the turn meter boost of Arbiter, parlay with the turn meter boost of Runekeeper Dazdurk, and that's going to give us a lot of turn meter boosts in aggregate, and that's going to allow us to get a lot more damage, because the only ceiling here to how long this battle can go, how many turns our team can get, is by the Chimera turn count. So with Skeletor, we have him under decreased speed. We can also bring that with one of the champions that we spoke about, right? 3 of them have it, 2 of them have it, 3. So decreased speed plus turn meter fill on my team is going to be a lethal combination. It's going to allow us to get a lot more turns in against the Chimera Clan Boss. So let's see if we can one key this utilizing this team. And yeah, I'll see you in about 20 minutes, hopefully, if we can go the entire duration here, get all those extra turns in because of that turn meter boost. I love the Arbiter combo with the Runekeeper Dazdurk. So guys, stay tuned. Let's see what we can do to this Chimera. So here we go, guys. Chimera turn 64. Good old Runekeeper Dazdurk putting in the work there. We have clash points, 261 mil, 41 million damage. Not too bad for this team. I wasn't sure what to expect, but that does give us the final chest here on brutal difficulty. So hey, sign me up, guys. But hey, hopefully you love these 3 champions, or 4, I guess, including Mausoleum Mage, as much as I do invest with confidence. They're going to be really, really good on your account pretty much everywhere. Thanks for watching till the end of this video. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.